In the news update, in the news. Hey everybody, welcome to today. You know, we had a lot of power outages yesterday morning. Almost 50-some thousand people were without power. That's Richmond and surrounding counties like Hanover, Henrico, Chesterfield, just name a few. People without power. Still some people in Ashland without power tonight in Hanover. The winds are going to be windy tonight, but they're going to subside and calm down sometime tomorrow morning. But they're not as windy as they were yesterday morning. We had the power going off like crazy here. Off and on. It seemed like it went off about 8 times this morning. It flickered off and on. Anyway, kids will be going back to school, unfortunately, tomorrow on time. I know it's awful, isn't it? They can't sleep in and all. I know it's horrible. But yeah, they'll be going to school tomorrow on time. But I want to tell you, war with words, war with culture, war with borders. What does that mean? Well, if we have war with all those things, we won't have a country. So that's why we have to stand up for our culture, we have to stand up for our borders, and we have to stand up for freedom. Most importantly. Without freedom, you have no America. Because America was built on freedom. And a lot of people don't like that word, but it is true. So get that through your thick heads and realize that freedom is what got us to where we are. And if we keep going down this thing and we keep having all these groups that are against each other, and we have, I think it's Ice-T. Yeah, there's a big rapper that's out there that's rapping to claim that he's for guns, but he actually said that he was not for guns, anti-guns. He said he's anti-gun, but yet he writes a lot of raps talking about shooting police and everything like that, and shooting people and stuff. So, I don't know. Snoop Dogg, I think that's who it is. Thank you, Lord. I was just wondering about that. But but it's really, I'm trying to remember, it's really crazy how somebody would say, they're going to write songs about rap, like Snoop Doggy Dogg, Snoop Dogg writes songs about rap and everything, and then he turns around on the news and says he's anti-gun. That sounds so hip. That sounds two-faced to me. It sounds retarded. So how can you write songs about guns and violence and write songs about shooting up people and shooting up police and then say you're anti-gun? Because his newest song talks about shooting up police. So, I mean, I think he's talking two sides out of his face. What do you think? I think so. So, anyway, what else we got? I don't even listen to Ice-T, but I mean, I know because that's on the hip-hop. That's on the hip-hop chart. And I just want to say hi to the Shields. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing all right. And I want to say hi to everybody out there, too, who help us out here, support us financially. Appreciate all that. And those of you who know who you are, if you're not giving, though, you need to start giving. Because if you want your life to be better and be blessed, you need to start giving, folks. Don't just disregard this like a lot of you do. You need to start giving, because I know we don't like to talk about it or do it. And a lot of y'all, when you go to church, don't do it. So you need to start doing it. It's so important. So please help us out with that regard. Don't just watch your content and get things for free, but try to help us out a little bit and show that we show your support by helping with some financial support. It'd be really nice to do that, because that's what people need to do. Stand behind us. We're independent media. We need your support. So thank you for that. And we need it for church too as well. All right. So anyway, enough of that commercial there. But people will be going to school on time this morning. I haven't heard anything about any 2-hour delays like there was yesterday. And 15 schools were in the dark in Henrico yesterday, and 3 schools in Richmond were without power yesterday, but they sent kids to school. Yeah, they did. But they had to send kids home early because it was too cold and they wanted to get people home, which is good. So I don't know if the decision was right to keep them in school in spite of the power going out, because they said the power started going out at the schools in these locations that we mentioned shortly after the buses were starting to arrive at the schools. So right when they started to make decisions to reevaluate it, it was already too late, because the buses were already bringing kids to school or on the road out to pick up the kids from the bus stops. That wind yesterday morning, wasn't it howling? It was hard, wasn't it? That wind was blowing probably about 40, 50 miles an hour here in Hanover. I bet, at least, to say the least, I bet you it was blowing 40, 50 miles an hour at times. disgusting about that high. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good night and a good morning, and I hope you have a great day. And, Donald Trump is going to repeal Obamacare. They've been talking about that in the news forever now. And, of course, it doesn't look like it's just going to get a revision on it, but it's not really going to be totally repealed. They're going to change some things in it. And it's going to become, shadowed out. It's going to become hollowed out. As it's going to be dubbed trumpcare. So, I think it's a good group that if you're high risk, say if you're a young person, you just start driving, you pay more for your license for the first couple of years. Or it could be more years depending on what you did in your past, how you behave, and all that is a factor in how they determine when you start driving. Like John's going to start driving this summer for real, and he's going to have a license. He's going to be paying a lot more insurance than say his mom and dad do. But that's because he's high risk, because he's a young person. He's just starting to learn how to drive. Now, if he proves himself for like 2 or 3 more years, 2 or 3 years, then his insurance will come down half in price. It'll drop half in price if he can provide it that he doesn't get any record or get in a lot of accidents and things while he's getting his license. So hats off to you, man. I love you, John Shields, and I know you'll be a good driver. You do good in just about everything you do, and you're a wonderful young man. So keep up the good work, and I love you, Uncle Mike. So I want to, I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of all you all kids. I'm proud of Stephen. I'm proud of Jeremy, and I'm proud of Beth Ann. I love every one of you, and I'm very proud of each of you. I hear things about you all the time, from a lot of different sources. I see things going on, and I'm happy to see that y'all are doing well and making good grades and doing good in school and learning things and keeping up with your homework and not letting girls become more of a priority, and really doing good and focusing on your academics. Even though you might have, some of y'all do have some girlfriends, I heard. Yeah, some of y'all got some girlfriends. And that's okay. And that's all good, because that's what usually happens about this time. So, that's wonderful. Wonderful, great news to hear. But I want to say, though, everybody, just hang in there and let's help each other when we can and stop being so hateful. Life is too short to be this way, right? Life's too short. Turns out to be my neighbor, Barbara, has been gossiping a whole lot of lies to Sean Shields, which happens to be the kid's mother that I just mentioned. Whole lot of gossip going on, a lot of lying going on. And she likes to do that a lot. And, she likes to stir up a lot of things around here in Harbor Square community, too. So, there's a lot of lying going on, and a lot of rumors going on, and a lot of manipulation, a lot of things going on there. But, like I said, there's a word for that. It's called harassment, And another word for that is called lying. And another word for that is called slander. Another word for that is called stalking by definition, because she's outside my door, leaning into the door, on the door, and listening and recording and all. That's all stalking right there. Okay? So even though cops can't do nothing criminally, like I found the other day, they can certainly do something civilly. So that's what we're looking into. And that's what we're going to look at. That's what we're going to go into. It keeps continuing and things keep going on. It's going to happen. It will really happen. We're going to take her to court for civil charges, for what she's done. There's the 4 things I mentioned. Defamation of character is the 5th. And, I figure, well, I know she don't have a lot of money, but we'll just say $3 million. If she don't have the money, well, I'll just sue her for whatever the most penalty is for a civil suit. That way she'll stop running her mouth. And that'll kind of take the winds out of her lips, and hopefully she'll never do that again to anyone else. Like the stuff she put me through when I'm living here. I've really been going through really hell with this lady across the hallway. She said, "Oh, I never say anything to him. I don't talk to him. I don't do that." And she's telling the truth about that, but she goes around talking about people and saying things about me to other people and saying things to the office and saying things to other people around this complex, though. That's how I hear people coming back to me and telling me what she said, because she thinks they're all her friends, and they're not all of them, because they come back and tell me exactly what she said. So I know for a fact that she's doing it. Even though she'll tell everybody, oh, I don't say nothing to them. I don't say nothing about nothing. I don't talk about nothing. And she's lying about that. She's always lying about that. Because she's talking. Believe me, she's talking. So anyway, just let you know what we've been going through here. And,
Channel.
just be with us, and we will have more in the news updates, and keep you up to date on the Barber saga, too, the gossiper liar next door. And, the Barber Pokey Nose is what I call her, because she pokes her nose in where it don't belong and gets a lot of things going and blows things all out of proportion and everything. So anyway, we'll keep you up to date to the gossiper over there, and the one that's doing all the gossiping and everything. We'll try to put, and I got a bigger microphone, so I think in the end we're going to win. So I know we are on more levels than just one. So anyway, everybody, God bless you, and take care. Have a wonderful, glorious day. And bundle up, kids, today, because it's going to be cold out there. If you're wearing skirts, make sure you put some tights on underneath there. And make sure if you're wearing jeans, you might want to wear some long johns to keep you warm waiting at the bus stop. Or maybe you all can wait in the van or wait in a car with your friends or something. Or maybe wait in somebody else's house that's by the bus stop. They got kids and you're friends with them. Maybe you can wait in their house until the bus comes, and then y'all can go charging out to the bus. I know that's what we used to do when I waited, because there was somebody there who was, who were people that I knew that were at the bus stop, and they all let us come in the house and wait for the bus, and then when it came, we all ran out there to the bus, and that's what we did. So, maybe y'all can do that tomorrow, because it's going to be cold. Bundle up, wear gloves, make sure you wear a hat, make sure you wear scarves, make sure you wear earmuffs if you got those, and keep yourself warm tomorrow, okay? Don't catch a cold, okay? All right, take care, and I love you all, and have a nice day. It's Michael DeSilves for In the News.